Hey everyone, I am so super excited about the revamping of HAZE, the renewedness and oh my God, the aroma, just everything that they've done in this place to make it to my liking. You can tell that hard work and dedication was put into this, and I'm overjoyed. I'm overjoyed. This has been a long time coming, and I'm about to get emotional again because I'm so happy that someone can come in and just take the vision that I have and just make it what it is. And so I'm super excited. Thank you so much for all that you did, the long hours you put into making the change in this office. Thank you so much. I'm so elated. Words cannot express. You'll start sending in my tears, and I guess I better stop talking because I'm about to cry.
Hey friends of the twins, today on the channel we are going into a business and giving it a makeover. We hope that you'll come along and see what we've done. We're sharing something a little bit different here on the channel today, and I'm so happy to be sharing it with you all. We are here in McDonough, Georgia at HAZE. Now, HAZE stands for Healing and Zen Experience. The company's owner and founder, Ortavia Taylor, has made a commitment, y'all, to complete body wellness through massage therapy. The commitment that Ortavia has made not only keeps her busy here in the spa, but it also keeps her busy out in her community. She does a lot of different works in the community, and she's also involved with a lot of organizations. So being a community activist as well as a business owner, a busy business owner, we couldn't think of anyone who would be more deserving. Now, Ortavia had a vision for her spa. She just needed a little bit of help with making her vision a reality. I don't have Shonda with me today. I actually have my baby sister, and I am actually acting as the assistant to my baby sister today. I shared with you all in a recent video that our baby sister has degenerative arthritis, and she's had it since, she was a young age. I think she was diagnosed when she was about 30. Well, Ortavia is her massage therapist, and when I tell you, she has been a lifesaver. And so this is something that my baby sister really wanted to do for her. And of course, I was going to come along and help her out. She asked me if I would come and help, and I was more than glad to do it. Our main goals here today is to first create a more inviting and welcoming space when you enter into HAZE. And then as you move on into the spa, we want to create a more spa-like and zen atmosphere. Today's makeover is very budget conscious. We are going to try to use mainly the things that Ortavia already has and to not spend a lot of money. She did have some things that we could certainly work with, but there were just a few things that we knew we were going to need to do, and one of them included refreshing some of the white trim. Of course, one of the easiest and most cost-effective ways to refresh a space is to refresh the paint. I'm using a high gloss white, and it really did make such a big impact. The main thing that we're going to be using today for this makeover is going to be paint. Now, HAZE Spa is not the only business in this building. There are actually other businesses down the hall on both the left and the right, and they all share these two entry doors. But HAZE is centralized here at the front of the building, the first rooms on the left and the right. And so Ortavia has the creative freedom from her landlord to go ahead and to create a space that is more complementary to her business. And just for clarification, the reception area belongs to HAZE Spa. So we definitely wanted to make it be a focal point when you walk through the entry doors and you make that right and come into the spa towards reception area. That needed to pop out a little bit. So the first thing that we decided to do is to make it a focal point by, guess what? We're going to be using paint. Yep, we decided we're going to be doing a paint technique behind the reception desk. Here you'll see me just going along and refreshing the columns here. And boy, oh boy, did this white paint make such a big difference. It made it feel as if the entire room had been painted. Now, we did do some other little paint techniques here and there, and you'll see those shortly. But of course, we did not paint the entire walls. That was just something that would definitely be better left up to the landlord. So your girl, I just wanted to hit like those main areas, these 2 columns, the front doors, especially on the inside, as well as only the front of the reception area. I did spruce that up with a fresh coat of white paint. I did not paint on the sides of the reception desk. There was really no need. No one would probably ever really even notice, but they definitely would notice a fresh coat on the front of the reception desk. My baby sister took the lead on this project, as I had never met Ortavia, nor had I ever been to HAZE Spa, but my sister was familiar, so she knew the layout, and she kind of had an idea of what was needed, to bring in a more inviting and relaxing atmosphere. Now here at the doors, I only painted the backs of the doors, y'all. I did not go any higher. And I did not paint the outside of the doors, but I did paint the inside of both doors. And here, as you can see, my baby sister is well underway with this paint technique that we're going to be doing here, or this accent wall. And the paint was free, friends of the twins. It was back in a storage closet here in the facility. So that was great. Another cost saver, and free is always good for the budget. Now this is the bathroom that her clients use when they come in, so it needed a little bit of sprucing up as well. That white or off-white spot there here on the wall, I don't know what that was, but we knew that we had to figure out a way to cover that up. So we've decided that we're going to do an accent wall here also. And as you see here on the can, this little jar of paint was 50 cents. In the Oops Paint section at Home Depot. Friends of the Twins, y'all don't sleep on the Oops Paint section. You can find some beautiful colors, and it is perfectly in line with what we're trying to do here today. Like I said, we want to use mainly everything that Ortavia has. Now she did go out and purchase a couple of new things, and I will point those out to y'all as we go along. For the most part, we wanted this to be a no spend or spend as less as you can kind of makeover. So I've gotten the first coat on in the bathroom, and while it's drying, I go out and I see my sister doing something that can be so totally satisfying. She is pulling the painter's tape from the wall. How many of y'all agree that that is a satisfying feeling? Next, we're going to be taking a look at this area here. We wanted to do something to bring a little bit of cozy comfort and just a little bit of hint of a drama here. So we're actually going to be hanging curtains there. And so while my sister is busy getting the curtain hooks hung up on the wall, I decided to go ahead and start trying to play around with the furniture there. Like I said, there was no new furniture bought. We're going to be using everything that she already had. I knew that, what she had could be sufficient. We just had to figure out the best ways to utilize it in the space. And you all can't see it very well from this camera angle, but I've done what I always like to do. Y'all know, you've heard me say before, my process is to always just kind of pull out everything that you have and to kind of go from there. I really do enjoy doing it that way. For me, it's kind of like a challenge in a lot of ways. Just going to challenge myself to use what I have to get the best result. As we were going along, we noticed that the walls had several scuffs on them, and so what we decided to do is to utilize our paint. Since we found this stash of paint, we're going to use this paint as an accent to cover up the majority of these scuffs, because like I mentioned before, we were not going to, of course, paint the entire space. And you'll see in the reveal that it was a really creative and effective solution. What I'm showing you here is a little hook of sorts that my sister found at the Home Depot. Friends of the Twins, we actually wanted to bring in some artwork to this side here, and so we're going to be using that hook to do that, and I'll show you more of that in just a little bit. Here is my helper. Some of you might remember her from the bedroom makeover that we share here on the channel. That is Lena, and she is my trusty assistant today. I just could not have done it and gotten the job done without her. And now you'll see me here. I'm taking a moment to pull the painter's tape. Y'all, why is that so satisfying? So as you see, all that we did was to tape off a section, mainly the section that had a lot of scuffs, and to do an accent here on this wall. And of course, my little Ling Ling, she got in on pulling the painter's tape also. So here in the entryway, it really was just a matter of furniture placement. The only things that are new here are the window curtains, and those were purchased from Home Goods. We did not want to cover up the windows. Of course, we wanted the natural light to come in. If you'll notice, there are two televisions now, one on either side. Those are new to the space, but not brand new. The plan is for one to be accessible for clients while they wait for their massage, and the other will actually be streaming marketing services for HAZE. And this was my sister's idea. She actually donated these televisions to Ortavia, and it was a wonderful idea. And then we just brought in some other accent chairs, because one of the things that we noticed is that there really wasn't sufficient seating. There was only just a couch there when we arrived, and so we just brought in 3 accent chairs. But the thing that made the biggest impact in the room is actually Ortavia herself. We decided that her marketing sign was the perfect piece to bring the space together. The best part about it to me was the large size of it. It really complemented the space, and it also let you know as soon as you walk through the doors that you are now walking into a business. Nothing says relaxation and zen like the sounds of the waterfall, and that is exactly what greets you now as soon as you come through the door. And here to the left, we've added this cozy sitting area. Friends of the Twins, she already had this artwork, and it was wonderful how the colors in the artwork were a perfect complement to the accent wall behind the reception desk. I mean, it just all kind of came together beautifully. We probably would have taken the curtains here up another inch, maybe inch and a half, but the step ladder that we had just would not let us be great. But we're satisfied with the way that it turned out. I love the fact that the artwork, the colors in the artwork bounces off of the colors of the accent wall, and then you'll see another accent wall over towards the coffee station. So bouncing that color around the room just really made the space feel cohesive. The idea of having the chocolate squares as a part of this accent wall was not in the original plans, Friends of the Twins, but when we stepped back and looked at it, we wanted to have more of that chocolate color bouncing around the room also, because we have that seating area there with the two chocolate colored chairs, and so we just felt like it would just give it another little bit of dimension and to throw that chocolate color around the room, because on the other side here you'll see that the table that we're using for the coffee station is made of a darker colored wood. Initially, the coffee station had been situated inside of the room that you see here behind the double windows. This is one of three, and I suppose it's the main massage therapy room. It was in that room, but we decided that it needed to come out into the open area and be easily accessible for all clients. And so that's what we went ahead and did there. And then here at the bottom of the coffee station, we just decided to add in a little bit more greenery. This just helps to keep it clean and simple. You have a lot going on with the top of the coffee station, so down below we didn't really need a whole lot. Just keep it clean and simple. This space here was perfect for another seating area. There are 3 massage rooms, and often there are more than one massage therapist on duty. So we just took this opportunity to create this cozy little space here. And the accent wall was absolutely perfect. It certainly achieved what we wanted, which was to, one, cover the numerous scuffs on the wall, and then 2 was to add to the color dimension of the room by bringing that accent color on around. And so now we have it in 3 different areas, and that just kind of makes everything kind of flow when your eye looks at it. These chairs, Friends of the Twins, these beautiful chocolatey, kind of slightly cognac colored chairs were definitely a fave of mine, as well as the waterfall. The sound of the waterfall was just so relaxing. It was definitely what the space needed. And now we're going to move on and heading towards the bathroom, but we did take the opportunity to frame her grandfather's picture. He was her inspiration for starting her business, HAZE, and she tells a story of how when she was a little girl, he used to always have her rub his legs down with witch hazel, hence the name HAZE. So we definitely wanted to continue to honor him. And to complete the look, we just took a mannequin that she was not using and we placed one of her business t-shirts on it, and it completed the look. And here in the bathroom, the paint, the accent wall definitely took us a long way. If you remember, there was something that had been removed from the wall, and so we had the variation in the paint colors there. The brown accent wall definitely took care of that. It just kind of cleaned up the space a little bit. We wanted to leave it open and as clutter-free as possible. Like I said, this is a client bathroom. Here at HAZE, they do contribute to body wellness by providing 5 different types of massage. There's the therapeutic Swedish, neuromuscular therapy, manual lymphatic drainage, cupping, and prenatal massage. So, with a neuromuscular therapy, I do know that it is centered around helping the client to control pain. So you just never know what condition or assisted devices such as wheelchairs or walkers might be used. So yeah, the object here was to refresh it, but to keep it as clutter-free as possible. Since we've completed the makeover here, Ortavia has gone back and added in the soap and lotion to the dispensers there, and she's also added in a hand dryer and a couple of other little subtleties here in the bathroom. One day, friends of the twins, that's all we had to get this makeover done here at the spa, and that is because the spa is closed one day, throughout the week. So we did it all in one day. It was just my sister and I and my trusty and handy assistant Lena. It was a long day, but it was a very rewarding day, and to have seen her reaction coupled with all of the things that she does in the community and friends of the twins, she is the sweetest, nicest person ever. Made this so worthwhile, and we were so happy to do it. I will leave all of the information for HAZE Spa down in the description box. As always, you make the life that you live a life that you love, y'all, because life is short. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.